Hey there, gang. This is White Panther coming to you from Tucson, Arizona with episode 3 of volume 3 of our video series inside the Panther's Lair. Today we'll be talking about a song called The Breakfast Club. Well, the song is probably a bit of a stretch. It's basically a theme song that I wrote for another local TV show here in Tucson, the host of which is my very, very dear friend, Carolyn Trouble Carrot, who's a local promoter here in town. Now, when I say trouble, Carolyn is trouble in the very, very best possible way. You just love this guy for that. Always doing stuff for others, helping to get the word out about really good local talent here in town that would otherwise probably never be heard. She has a show on Saturday mornings, filmed at a local watering hole here in town called the River's Edge. Shout out. From 11 until 1, or however long the band wants to play. I know when I was out, she couldn't get me to shut up, and we just went on and on. I probably would have played till the sun went down if they let me. But it was a great experience, well, I was all set to do the show when on Facebook one night, Carolyn reached out to all of her fans and friends and asked, well, she realized that she really didn't have a theme song for the show yet. So she asked if any of the local musicians or her fans or friends could come up with an idea. And me being who I am, I immediately jumped on it. I asked her if there was any particular style she wanted, if there was a particular song that she liked. Surprise, surprise, surprise. One of Carolyn's favorite songs happens to be Trouble by Pink. So I kind of use that as a loose foundation, or at least the overall feel of the song, and put a little something together. I wanted it to be slightly repetitious so it would get stuck in your ear. I wanted to try to keep it again like I did with the song that I did for the other show here in town, Wildside. I wanted to keep it to about 90 seconds, so if she wanted to, she could play it for the intro, she could play it for the outro. Rolling credits if she cares to roll credits. She has way too much fun. And again, there's that word, fun. We have a lot of fun in Tucson, especially when it comes to music. There's so much incredible local talent. Even the folks who are not getting recognition play some powerful, amazing music. If you ever get the opportunity, you really should come to town and give a listen. So, the day of the show, I had another friend of mine who was actually supposed to come and set up the sound equipment for me, who got otherwise detained. So fortunately, Luigi went through Plan B. I had my little old karaoke rig that I brought with me. So I set up my wireless mics, my little cheapo 100-watt speakers, which was just about enough to cover the space. And we got started. And not too far into the set, I asked the lovely Carolyn to come up on stage with me. And now Carolyn's this big, gorgeous biker gal who has got a smile that lights up the room when she walks in. But tough as nails, absolutely tough as nails on the outside. Well, I decided I was going to get to her one way or another. She knew that I had put the song together. She hadn't heard it yet. But before going into the theme song, I decided I was going to do something a little special for Carolyn. So I got her up on stage, and I may have mentioned before when I was hosting karaoke, there's next to nothing that folks could throw at me. I'm perfect at being the clown. I'm the first person to laugh at myself. So no matter what they would throw at me, if I had heard the song at least once or twice, I would never say no. I didn't care if I tripped over my tongue. I didn't care if I made a fool out of myself. If I got people smiling, I was all over it. So I reminded her that when she asked of her friends to try to come up with a theme song for the show, that when I asked her that, she said that her favorite song was Pink's Trouble. So I got her up on a bar stool on the stage, and I proceeded to sing Pink's Trouble to her. Believe it or not, and I didn't make too much eye contact, which is easy for me to say. Didn't make too much eye contact with it because I was trying so hard not to crack up while I was singing the song. But I started busting it out, and then at one point in time, I turned around, and I saw her covering her mouth, covering her face, practically in tears, and blushing. I made a big, bad biker babe blush on stage. Well, at that point, I lost it. I went into falsetto, and I just cut loose. I tried for the longest time to be macho, sing it way down deep, but at that point, all bets were off, and I just cut loose. We had a lot of fun with it. There's that word again, fun. As soon as we finished doing Trouble, oh God, there I went and did it again. One little side note. While I was talking about the show and some of the songs I was doing, there was another song I was leading into, a song that you guys have already seen in one of the videos, called This Time. Saying, you know, sometimes you try to do the right thing and blah, 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 blah. And I happen to state off the cuff that, you know, somehow or other, I always manage to get myself in trouble. Well, the bartender, Amber, love you, honey, without skipping a beat, turns around, literally, without skipping a beat, pouring a drink, just turns over and screams, "You wish!" I went, ugh. Did it again without even trying. Anyway, after we finally got past the embarrassment and the blushing and the smiles, actually performed the song for the first time. She absolutely loved it. Just when we were working on it in the studio, there was a little something. There was kind of a little bit of a pickup that I wanted. I couldn't quite put my finger on, and I don't know where. It hit me. But if you all heard that old surfing song, Pipeline, that opening guitar glissando, bingo. It popped into my head. I asked George, foolish mortal that I am, George, you think you could play that opening glissando? And he's, really? Anybody worth their salt learned this thing the second the record came out. He pulls out, without even looking, just, wish I could play like that. Someday maybe. Anyway, we added a lot of little things to make it special. We got some hand clapping going on in the background. It'll get in your head, it'll get your toes tapping. And if you think the song is fun, you should really come down and see the show. The bloopers alone during the interview between the two sets that we're supposed to do, and in the promos that take place afterwards, are more than worth the price of admission. So, once again, I'm going on and on and on about a 90-second clip of music, and I'm coming up on the 8-minute mark again. One of these days, folks, I promise you, I will actually script the stuff, and I'll get it to a point where it's actually of a more reasonable length. But I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm having fun, and fun should be contagious. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying these, watching these and listening to these as much as I am laying them down. So, with that, let's get on to the theme song for the Breakfast Club with my friend Trouble, Carolyn Carey here in Tucson. I love you, hon. And guys, this is White Panther telling you to keep music in your hearts, and may God bless you.
Some Saturday morning, you should try and see if you can get a little trouble here in Tucson easy. If your band has a sound that you like to spread around, well then the Breakfast Club can be your ticket to this town. Oh yeah, the Breakfast Club with trouble here in Tucson easy. Oh, the Breakfast Club is a place that you really wanna be. Breakfast Club with trouble here in Tucson easy.